Okay, good morning from Canada. My name's Joanna. I'll be guiding you through this live practice this morning and every Thursday morning at 9:30 a.m. Pacific time. Today we are joining together for a Vinyasa practice based around the concept of strength and ease. So I'd love for you to grab a couple of blocks if you have them, a blanket if that would serve you for Shavasana or for knee sensitivities. And that is it. That is all you'll need today, and your lovely self and your lovely mat. So I'll meet you there in just one moment. Okay, so we're going to begin in Sukasana, a tall, comfortable seat. And whatever that seat looks like for you is absolutely fine. So for me, sitting on a block, it's crossing the legs and allowing the blanket to be under the ankles for a bit of extra padding and cushioning. For you, it might be sitting in a chair or leaning against a wall with your legs straight. Whatever it looks like, find that tall spine. Close your eyes if you're comfortable to do so, or look down to the floor. Rest your hands heavy to your legs. Soften around your shoulder blades. And breathe a bit of space and life into your collarbones and chest. And then down into your lower belly. We can begin our practice by observing where there is strength and ease right now in our physical body. This is the principles of Sthira and Sukha. And it is encapsulated in every single practice that we do. Not just on our yoga mats, but out in the world. So where do you feel the strength in your body right in this moment? And perhaps it's the muscles that are supporting your spine. Perhaps it's the wide collarbones and chest, open and proud. Perhaps it's the crown of the head, reaching tall to the sky. And where do you feel your ease? What parts of you feel relaxed and soft and open? Perhaps it's the hips or the hands or the muscles of the face. Just begin to notice these qualities within you in this moment. And this will be our intention for the practice today. Observing these qualities of Sthira and Sukha in our physical bodies from asana to asana. And also noticing how strength and ease shift and change in their qualities slightly. For example, right now, sitting in Sukasana, strength is around the muscles of the spine, perhaps, holding you upright, allowing you to sit with good posture. It can be a subtle strength. Whereas in a shape like chair pose or any of the warrior sequences, you might notice strength and power in your legs, in your thighs, in your glutes. And that might be a more intense strengthening sensation. I invite you to notice the sensation and notice any thoughts wrapped around that sensation. Any challenges that brings up for you. And the same goes for ease. In shapes like Shavasana, ease can feel very effortless, perhaps. But can you feel the ease in warrior sequences, in chair pose? And where does that show up for you? How does that feel? Let us dive in now and explore this wondrous body and all its sides. Take a big inhale through the nose and a big exhale from the mouth. One more time, inhale through the nose. Exhale from the mouth. Come back to a steady, natural breath and begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Roll your wrists, move your head gently side to side. Take a nice long stretch, reaching your arms overhead. Imagine you're just waking up to the day. And then exhale, hands on your thighs. Let's take seated cat-cow. So inhale, tilt your tailbone back. Bring your belly and chest forwards and lift your chin. Exhale, round the spine, look towards your belly button. 2 more of those. Inhale, forwards and up. Maybe slide your hands up the thighs, hugging the elbows back. Exhale, hands to knees as you round the spine. 1 more cycle. Inhale, forwards and up, using the whole inhale breath to finish the movement. And then exhale, rounding the spine, looking towards your belly button. And then come all the way back to neutral. Let's meet on our hands and knees. Tabletop position. You can remove your block if you have one, but you might keep your blanket for your knees. Root the hands into the earth underneath your shoulders and the knees under the hips. Begin to rock your pelvis side to side, waking up the spine, moving the rib cage side to side, maybe relaxing your head between your arms. Coming back to neutral. Take your right leg back behind you. You're on the ball of your right foot. And then option to float your right leg towards the sky. So your right foot is on the same line as your right hip. And your hips are facing down to the floor. You can stay here, or you can extend your left arm forwards and long. See how that creates strength and ease in your body and where that shows up. Further to this, inhale your breath. Exhale, bend your elbow and knee, round your spine. See if your elbow and knee can touch underneath your body. Inhale to extend, lengthen arm and leg. Exhale to round. Inhale to extend. Exhale to round. Inhale to extend. And exhale, lower the hand and the knee. Second side, left leg behind you. You're on the ball of your left foot, or lifting the left heel as high as the left hip, hugging through your inner legs, perhaps extending your right arm forwards and long. Inhale your breath. And maybe exhale, bend elbow and knee, rounding the spine, drawing belly button in. Inhale to extend. And exhale to round. Last cycle, use the whole inhale to lengthen arm and leg. The whole exhale to round, elbow to knee. Inhale to extend and exhale, hand and knee to the mat. Spread your fingers and tuck your toes. Come into downward facing dog and exhale your breath. Relax the head between the arms. Root down through all 10 finger pads, gripping the mat. Press your heels back towards the earth, keeping as much softness through your knees as you need. Maybe rock the hips a little. Draw belly button to spine. Enjoy creating space between your ears and your shoulders. And find your breath. Inhale your right leg into the sky. Bend your right knee and gently open your hips to the right. You can also do this from tabletop if you would prefer. Hug your right knee into your chest, step your right foot forwards. Stay here, maybe hands stay on the mat, maybe hands come onto your two lovely blocks, or maybe you bring your hands onto your front thigh, or even up to the sky. Your back knee can always lower to the mat if you prefer. Low or high crescent lunge. Squeeze through your inner leg so you're hugging your right hip back, left hip slightly forwards. Exhale, lower your hands to the earth. Keep the left hand where it is. Float the right arm to the sky. Open your chest to the right. Maybe wrap your right hand behind your back, opening your chest more to the right. Place your right hand back onto the mat. Step forwards, Uttanasana. Take a halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana, and exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Your hands can be on the blocks, or your hands or fingertips can be on the floor. Softness through your knees. Let's take another halfway lift. Hands to shins, perhaps long spine. Exhale, fold over your lovely long legs. One more cycle. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Step back with your right foot and come into a high or low lunge. Once again, both arms can come overhead or stay on the floor or hands to your thigh. Squeeze through your inner legs. This time, place your left hand on your left hip and take your right arm up and overhead so you're in a side body stretch. Notice how that feels through your legs. Is that your strength, your sthira? And where is your ease? Inhale back to center, both arms overhead. Exhale, lower your hands to the mat and step back, downward facing dog or tabletop position. You can stay here or inhale, come forwards to a plank position. Your knees can be up or down on the mat. Exhale, bend your elbows, come all the way to the earth in one piece, Chaturanga Dandasana. Untuck your toes, roll your shoulders back. Inhale, lift your chest, baby cobra. Exhale, lower your chest, tuck your toes, press back to tabletop or plank pose, and then back to your downward facing dog or remain in tabletop. Find 3 breaths. And then inhale, floating the left leg into the sky, bending the left knee, gently opening the hips to the left. Keep your shoulders square to the mat. Keep lifting the left heel and left knee high and rooting the right heel down if you're in downward facing dog. Hug that left knee into your chest, step the left foot forwards and find your lunge. Fingertips on the floor or maybe hands to blocks or hands to the front thigh or both arms overhead. Catch yourself. Find that drishti, that point of focus in front of you. Take a nice big breath in and exhale, lower your hands to the earth. Keep your right hand on the floor or a block. Float the left arm into the sky, opening the chest to the left, squeezing through your inner legs. Maybe left hand rests on the lower back, opening the chest more. Lovely. Lower your left hand back onto the floor or your blocks and step forwards. Uttanasana. Take a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And again, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. One more time. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Now you're stepping back with the left foot. You're on the ball. You're on the right foot, but you can lower your left knee if you want or keep it raised. Low or high lunge, rising the arms above the head perhaps. Right hand can come to the right hip. Left arm reaching up and overhead. Add a bit of extra bend into that right knee. Hug your lower ribs in, squeeze through your inner legs, catch up with your breath. Inhale, both arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to the earth. Step back, downward facing dog or tabletop position. Inhale to plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana, all the way to the earth. Inhale, baby cobra, shoulders rolling back, elbows hugging in. Exhale, lower your chest, press back to plank or tabletop, and back to down dog. Or remain in your tabletop for 3 breaths. From down dog or tabletop, bend your knees, look to your hands, walk, step, or jump to the front edge of your mat. Take a halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Bend the knees, root down through the feet. Inhale, float the arms wide and up to the sky until your fingertips touch above you. Exhale, hands to your heart and down by your sides. Take a breath in and a breath out. Look down at your 2 feet. Glue your big toes together. Have a little gap between your heels. Bend your knees here, hands to your hips, or hands in Anjali Mudra at your chest space. This is your chair pose, Katasana. The weight is in your heels and your hips. Your toes are light and wiggling on the floor. Your chest is lifted. Finding strength and ease here. A challenging pose for the legs. Catch your breath. Stay here, or on your next inhale, turn your chest and arms to the right. Exhale, hook your left elbow as high up your outer right thigh as you can. Keep turning your chest to the right. Breathe here, rooting down through your right foot. And maybe step back on the ball of your left foot. If that doesn't feel good today, you can always try lowering that left knee, or you can remain in your chair pose, no problem. Squeeze through those inner legs. Now inhale, lift the chest and come back either into a lunge or Tadasana, taking your arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold or hands to the earth. And we'll meet back in downward facing dog, coming through your plank. From down dog, inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. You can lower or hover from the floor now. And then inhale, up dog or baby cobra. And exhale, back to down dog, tabletop. Or maybe take child's pose here if you need the rest. Bend the knees, look to the hands, walk, step, or jump to the front edge of your mat. Take a halfway lift as you inhale. And exhale as you fold. Bend the knees, press into the feet, float the arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, fingertips touch, hands come down to the midline of your body, and then to Tadasana, mountain pose. Take a big breath in, and a big breath out. Be here for a breath or two, rooting down through your feet. Where is your strength and ease here? Glue those big toes together. Create a little gap between your heels. Sit back and down in your chair pose, hands coming to your heart space. Give the heels more responsibility. Keep the chest lifted, focusing on one still point in front of you. Find your breath. On your next inhale, option to turn your chest to the left with your arms. And then exhale, hook your right elbow as high up your outer left thigh as you can, and continue to turn your chest further to the left, extending through the crown of your head so you're not collapsing the chest towards the legs. Lovely. Keep the weight in the left foot, an option to step back on the ball of your right foot. You can always lower that right knee to the earth if you like. You can always remain looking at the wood floor if that feels better. That's if you have a wood floor at home. Maybe you're looking at your carpet or looking at your mat or looking at your left foot. Whatever helps you stay steady. Or maybe you're turning your chest and gaze to the left. Now either staying in your lunge or in your chair pose here. Inhale, both arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold, both hands to the mat. We'll step back to downward facing dog or back to plank and then into your downward facing dog. Once we arrive together, inhale to plank as an option. Exhale, chaturanga, hovering or lowering to the mat. Inhale, up dog or baby cobra. Exhale, back to down dog, tabletop or child's pose. Take 3 breaths. From down dog or tabletop, inhale, float your right leg into the sky. Bend the right knee, gently open the hips to the right again. Hug your right knee into your chest, step your right foot forwards. This time, lower your left heel to the mat. We're setting up the feet for warrior 2. So your front heel and your back arch are tracking one long line. You're rooting down through both of those feet, a nice deep bend in the front leg and a nice long back leg. Once your legs feel stable, start to circle the arms around until your chest lifts and your arms are in a T shape. Wiggle and adjust your feet here. Take up more real estate on your mat. Root down through the center of your pelvis. Arms long. Now this is a wonderful shape to practice Ashtanga and Sukha. The powerhouse is in the lower region of your body. So you're anchoring down through your feet, through your legs, through your pelvis. But then the upper body is light. It's spacious, it's breathing. The arms and shoulders are soft, the fingers are soft. So try not to transfer that power from your legs into the arms. We don't want rigidity through the upper body. We want a sense of ease. Turn your front palm up, back hand to your back thigh. Take peaceful warrior or exalted warrior. And then come back to warrior 2. Right forearm to right thigh, left arm overhead, extended side angle. Inhale, warrior 2. And again, peaceful warrior, really light with the back hand. Inhale, warrior 2. Right forearm to right thigh, left arm overhead, extended side angle. Inhale, warrior 2. Root down through your feet. Inhale, straighten your legs, tilt your pelvis back, reach forward with your chest and right arm, and exhale, come into Trikonasana, triangle pose. Right hand resting to the inside of your right leg, left arm reaching for the sky, or right fingertips can be on the mat or a block behind your right foot. Your gaze can either be looking down at the floor, that might feel more steady, more groundy, or you can look straight ahead, or maybe look up to your top hand. Maybe that is more stimulating, more energizing. Where is the strength and where is the ease? Look down at your right foot, bend the right knee. Inhale, come back to warrior 2. Exhale, interlace your 2 hands on your lower back. Roll your shoulders up, back and down. And now turn your chest to the front left corner of your mat. Inhale, lift your heart to the sky. Exhale, hinge forwards at your pelvis, bringing both shoulders inside your right thigh and maybe taking your interlaced hands towards the sky. If that doesn't feel so steady today, either keep your hands on your lower back or bring your hands on the floor or blocks inside your right foot. You can also choose to look at your mat or look towards your belly button. Hug the right hip back and down. There is your strength. Inhale, come all the way up, warrior 2. As you inhale, exhale, cartwheel your hands all the way down towards the front foot. Come onto the ball of your back foot and step back, downward facing dog. Stay here or inhale to your plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or baby cobra. Exhale, down dog, tabletop or child's pose. 3 breaths to steady yourself, to find your ease. Inhale your left leg to the sky from down dog or tabletop. Bend the left knee, gently open the hips to the left. Shoulders square, belly button drawn in. Hug that left knee into your chest, step the left foot forwards. Lower your right heel to the mat. Front heel lining up with your back arch. Root down through both feet. Bring the arms in a big circle into your warrior two. Adjust the foot position. So you're taking up lots of your mat with your base. Once your feet and legs feel rooted down and powered up, then expand the arms. Breathe into the chest space. Wiggle the fingers, roll the wrists. Keep it light. Turn your front palm up. Your back hand on your back thigh. Take peaceful warrior, a side body stretch. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. Right forearm overhead. And then again, inhale, warrior two. Exhale, peaceful warrior. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, warrior two, straightening your legs, tilting your pelvis to the back of the mat, reaching your chest and left arm forwards. And exhale, come into triangle pose, Trikonasana. Left hand inside left leg, right hand to the sky, chest nice and open, or left fingertips on a block or the mat behind your left foot. Keep a gentle softness through the knees and ease through the knees. Keep extending your two arms away from one another. There is strength there. Where else do you feel strength? Right here. Bend the bottom foot, leg, so bending that left knee, coming all the way up to your warrior two. Exhale, interlace your hands on your back, roll your shoulders up, back and down, turn your chest to the front right corner of your mat. Inhale, heart and chin to the sky. Exhale, humble warrior, hinge your body inside your left thigh. Nuzzle the shoulders, extend the arms overhead, or keep the hands to the lower back, or hands on the mat inside your left foot. Be looking at the mat or looking towards your belly button, and actively hug your left hip more back and down. So you create that strength and power through your inner legs. Root down through your feet. Inhale back to warrior two. Exhale, cartwheel the hands to the floor, either side of your left foot. Come onto the ball of your right foot and step back. Downward facing dog or another of your resting shapes. Last cycle of Vinyasa. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or baby cobra. Exhale, down dog, tabletop or child's pose. Lovely. Bend your knees, look to your hands, walk, step or jump, top of the mat. Take a halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. And exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Bend the knees, press into the feet, float the arms all the way up to the sky and overhead. Fingertips together, bring them down your midline, and stand in Tadasana, mountain pose. Catch your breath. Clearing exhale. Maybe one more of those. Inhale through the nose. Clearing exhale from the mouth. If you'd like one more, inhale through the nose. Exhale from the mouth. Even these clearing breaths hold strength and ease. They are powerful, they are cleansing, they are purifying. Bring your hands to heart space, Anjali Mudra. Root down through your right foot. Step back on the ball of your left foot. And here is where you may remain. This might be enough balancing for you today. Squeezing through the inner legs, hips facing forwards. Further to this, give your right foot more responsibility. Lean the chest forwards. Float the back of the left leg towards the sky. Coming into Warrior 3, Virabhadrasana 3. Flexing that left foot behind you, extending forwards with the crown of your head. Some of you might come towards a horizontal line. Some of you might keep your chest a bit higher and just be tapping those left toes up and down off the mat. Wherever you are is amazing. Your hands can stay at your heart or go in a T shape. You might use the wall to help you balance, or parallel arms in front of you, a little more challenging and strength building. Where is your strength here? These warriors really help us practice strength and ease. Use your inhale to lift your chest, bend the left knee into the chest, engage your core. And now push the sole of your left foot forwards, keeping the left leg high, and hold for 3, for 2, for 1, and enjoy the ease as you lower the left foot to the floor and shake the hips, roll the wrists, roll the shoulders, and exhale your breath. Awesome. So now you know the sequence. We'll go straight to the other side, hands in Anjali Mudra, left foot spread into the mat, tap the ball of the right foot behind you. This is a great starting place for Warrior 3. It helps us build the pose gradually and allows our students to get off the bus at their stop. Squeeze through those inner legs, spread the left toes, and perhaps start to lean forwards. We know the two sides may be a very different experience, so go with that flow. Try not to match what you did on the right side with the left side, but instead feel into your intuitive body. Feel where perhaps here it feels more effortless. Or on this side, maybe you can feel that burn, that strength, that fire building more quickly. Remember, your arms can stay close or in a T or in parallel out in front of you. Warrior 3. Begin to lift your chest, hands to your heart, right knee to the chest. Push the sole of that right foot forward. There is your power. There is your strength. Hold the leg up for 3, for 2, for 1, and lower. Rock the hips, release the hands, catch up with your breath. For some reason, we often slow our breath down or stop breathing imbalances. We get very rigid. Just return to that fullness of breath. Lovely. Now look down at your feet. Shuffle your feet as wide as your mat until your toes turn onto the floor. Heels remain on the mat. Bring your hands to your heart or have your hands on the tops of your thighs. Bend your knees and come into Malasana, Yogi squat. So hands might stay on thighs, you might stay a little higher, or you might come onto your forearms and keep the pelvis a bit higher, or you might be sinking the pelvis towards the floor. Maybe you're sitting on a block today. Maybe you're hovering your pelvis just off the floor. Hands can be in Anjali Mudra with your arms pressing into your inner legs, chest lifted, spine long. Breathe down into your groins. Breathe down into the base of the pelvis. And then placing a hand and the other hand back behind you, sit down onto the mat, extend your legs forwards, wiggling your toes, rolling through your ankles, exhaling your breath. Sitting in Dandasana, staff pose. Both legs long and parallel, both feet flexed. Walk your hands either side of your hips with the fingers pointing forwards and the hands rooting down into the mat. Lift the spine as tall as you are, extending through the crown of your head. So your body is in an L shape. Now to the outside eye, this looks like a very simple shape, but in fact, it requires a lot of strength, a lot of stability, and a lot of breath. So again, noticing the strength. Is it in the back? Is it in the chest? Is it in the legs or the hips? And where is the ease? If you're ever not sure where the ease is, perhaps take a nice deep breath, and that might help you recognize where you are softening, where are you relaxing on the exhale. From here, inhale, float both arms up to the sky, pinky fingers turning in, arms in line with your ears. Inhale your breath. And exhale, we're going to roll all the way down to the floor without the use of our arms. So start to slowly lower the back of the pelvis to the floor. And eventually the length of the spine, one vertebra at a time until the head relaxes. And then you can relax your arms and legs. Again, it might feel nice to take a cleansing exhale breath as your body begins to settle into more ease. Bring your right knee into your chest, holding the right shin or hamstring, keeping the left leg extending in front of you. You can always bend into the left knee if you need that support for your hips or lower back. Soft breath into your lower belly and relax shoulders. You can stay here. This is knee to chest pose or wind release pose. Or you can take this right foot into half happy baby. So you'd flex your right foot into the sky, hold the outer edge of your right foot, bend your right knee down the side of your body. If holding the right foot's not accessible, you could try holding the right ankle or behind the right hamstring. And again, you can always add more bend into that left knee, maybe planting the left foot to the floor and just letting the left knee go wide so you feel weighted equally on both sides of your body. Bring that right knee back into your chest, extend the left leg long, and then take this right knee up and over into a single knee twist. As the right knee lowers to the left, you might find you want to add some of your blocks under that right knee, no problem. You might find you want to add a block under the right shoulder. Your hands can stay closed or your arms can open wide. Your cooling breaths are helping to slow the body down and move us more into our rest state. Perhaps now it's your breath that has the power to communicate to your body what we're doing here, where we're moving next. Perhaps your whole physical body is moving into more ease. Perhaps. Bring the right knee back to the chest and place both feet to the floor. Rearrange your body so the back of your pelvis and the length of your spine are in a neutral position on the mat. Take an inhale breath and an exhale breath. Left knee comes into the chest. Right leg slides down the mat. You're pushing away with the sole of that right foot as you hug the left knee closer to you. Shoulders relax. Breath into the lower belly. Again, maybe you stay here, or maybe you take this left leg into half happy baby. Widening the left knee down the side of the body, left foot flexing to the sky, left hand around the foot, the ankle, or behind the hamstring. Again, feel free to adjust the positioning of your right leg if you need to. But do be mindful that we are trying to create more space into this right hip flexor. So if you need to keep left knee to chest in order to feel that opening, then do so. Bring your left knee back into your chest, and now let's move and shift the hips to the left. Take the left knee up and over to the right. Maybe slide some blocks under that left knee or behind the left shoulder. Hands close or arms wide across the floor with a soft bend through the elbows. Gaze up or turn your head to the left. Let breath filter through the entire length of your spine, the entire spiral through your back. And then use your inhale breath to come all the way back to center. Once again, rearrange yourself to the middle of your mat. Take a long full body stretch as you inhale, reaching your arms away from your legs, pointing your toes. And then exhale, landing your body in Shavasana. Widening the legs, turning the toes out, widening the arms, palms face up, sliding any props out of the way that you don't need. Maybe placing your blanket over your entire body, or just resting the weight of the roll blanket on your lower belly. Closing your eyes and allowing for complete rest. I will call you from Shavasana when it's time. Until then, no more to do. If you have more time to dedicate to your Shavasana today, then please stay exactly where you are. If, however, it is time for you to come out, start to deepen your breath. Begin to add some movement into your fingers and toes, into your wrists and ankles. Take a full body stretch as you inhale. And hug your knees to your chest as you exhale. Gently rock on your back until you're ready to roll to your side. And then come all the way up, meeting back in Sukasana, your version of Sukasana. Hands to thighs, belly or heart. Come to a place of deep gratitude for this time on your mat, for the strength that is already housed within your body, and for that wonderful quality of ease that helps us soften the edges, helps us be more receptive, more open, more fluid. As you step through the rest of your day, may you notice more moments of strength and ease. May you notice how they pair together. May you notice moments when you need more of one and less of the other. May we always be noticing. One sealing breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Thank you for your time here today. It's my pleasure to guide you always. Namaste.